Imagine narrowly escaping a suspected genocide, and then years later, you're still desperate to survive. Your home is a makeshift shelter constructed from plastic sheets, or if you're lucky, bamboo.
Rohingya refugees are living inside the camp with the fear.
This is life for most Rohingya who fled violence that was directed right at them in Myanmar in 2017. An estimated 740,000 Rohingya sought refuge in neighboring Bangladesh in 2017. The Rohingya are a Muslim ethnic minority predominantly living in the Rakhine state in the western part of Myanmar. They faced systematic discrimination and exclusion for decades by the predominantly Buddhist Myanmar government.
During the 1970s, there was a move to expel all of the Rohingya people from Rakhine State. And there was a program called Operation Dragon King, I believe, where it was decreed that there would be a registration for all of the citizens, and many of the Rohingya were targeted. And then in '82, after the citizenship law, where they were denied citizenship,
this effectively rendered the Rohingya stateless and deprived them of basic rights and services. Then in 2017, after decades of tension, Rohingya militants attacked Myanmar security forces, prompting a brutal military crackdown. Hundreds of Rohingya were killed, villages were burned, and widespread human rights abuses were committed, including sexual violence, according to a fact-finding mission conducted between 2017 and 2019 by the UN Human Rights Council. A humanitarian catastrophe ensued as they sought safety in overcrowded refugee camps in neighboring Bangladesh. We spoke to a Rohingya woman named Kine about her experience as an internally displaced person. She has requested anonymity for the safety of family members still in refugee camps in Bangladesh, so we gave her a pseudonym and distorted her voice.
Nothing has changed. In fact, they are facing more difficulties than before. They began putting fence with barbed wire in the camp and to more controlling.
Most have been resettled in Cox's Bazar, a town on the southeast coast of Bangladesh, also home to one of the largest refugee camps in the world, Kutupalong Balukali. It quickly became so overcrowded that Bangladesh cleared land on a remote, uninhabited island called Bhasan Char. The first group of Rohingya refugees were resettled there in December 2020. Today, 27,000 Rohingya refugees live on Bhasan Char. Experts expressed concern about the island's habitability before resettlement. It turns out their worries were valid. Cyclone Mocha slammed Bhasan Char and the surrounding region in 2023. The island, which didn't exist 20 years ago, sits less than 2 meters above sea level. Its coast was inundated by exceptionally heavy rainfall in the storm, causing catastrophic flooding. Despite the devastation, international aid and interest is declining. The UN in March 2023 cut 17% of its international funding for Rohingya refugees. That's taking a toll on the ground.
Before there was provided like $14 USD for one person per month, and it's reduced to 10. Now it reduced to 8. Some people, they say they are not eating, every meal in a day. They have to skip the meal because they can't afford.
Protests have broken out as a result, including the Let's Go Home demonstrations in Cox's Bazar in June 2023. Aside from better conditions, what were their demands?
People hope to return to Myanmar with full protection, full citizenship right, and available to resettle in their home.
That's the number one issue that they raise. They would like to return to their own land. They would hope for protection and be able to live in peace.
Hazlitt says it's unlikely to happen anytime soon because of Myanmar's stance on the crisis.
Yeah, well, from the beginning, they said that these people don't belong. You know, they're Bengali and they're illegal immigrants. So they have not responded in any positive way, and they continue to maintain that these people do not belong.
Despite the little hope, he says the Rohingya must not be forgotten.
You know, we are unable to change the policies that have caused this situation, but we're determined to do all we can, you know, to respond to the physical needs and improve quality of life